Students, how are you all? Myself Mahima Laharia from Vijayanagar College Hospital. Welcome to my YouTube channel Pacific Chemistry classes. Students, so this is our next topic for the atomic structure unit in organic chemistry, that is the shapes of orbitals. As we have already studied this in our 11th standard, so just in this topic I am going to explain you the shapes of the orbitals. We can see the shapes of the orbitals. So according to the modern concept, electron has the properties both of the particle as well as wave. But electron is actually not a dot, but it seems like a cloud. So whenever we are imagining the electron, we should imagining there is a lot of electron cloud around the nucleus. So this electron cloud is unevenly distributed around the nucleus, but is dense where the probability of finding an electron is maximum. So students, the probability of finding an electron is only termed as our orbital. So as we can say that there can be many probabilities of finding an electron in a particular area near the nucleus. So the main four kinds of the orbitals are SPDF, as already we discussed yesterday. S means sharp, principal, diffuse and the fundamental. These words are taken from the fine lines of the atomic spectra. And the orbital is the 3D space around the nucleus where the probability of finding an electron is maximum. We cannot say it's 100%, but we can just say that the probability of finding an electron is maximum in this area. So now let us have the details of the shapes of the orbitals. The SPDF orbitals are like S orbital, p orbital, d orbitals, and these are our 7 f orbitals. The shapes of s orbitals, they are spherical in shape. You can see them as 1s orbital. We can see this s orbital is symmetrical and spherical in shape. This orbital, they are non-directional in nature. And if you can see the 2s orbital, this is the 3s orbital, and here it is our 4s orbital. So students, as we already discussed that there is a probability of finding an electron around the nucleus. So what is this orbital tells us? Means in this whole space, maybe your electron location can be find out. So s orbitals has a symmetrical spherical shape. They are non-directional in nature. So how we are finding the value of s? So when we are talking that L is equals to 0. Yesterday we discussed detail in the quantum numbers. Then for example, when n is equals to 1, L equals to n minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is equals to 0. So when we put this value in the formula of m, that is 2L plus 1, we will get 0. So this is the one value, which implies that S subshell has only one space orientation, and the value of this space orientation in the number line is 0, and it can be arranged in space in one way along the XY Z axis. So in s orbitals, there is equal probability of finding electron in any direction from the nucleus. Means we can go in any direction. Means we can say that it does not have a particular direction. So we can also say that it's non-directional in nature. So we can compare our 1s and the 2s orbitals. In case of our 1s orbital, it is close to the nucleus, and 2s orbital, the radii will be more. The size of the orbitals increases. So the energy of that orbital will be higher, which is far away from the nucleus. The distance of the electron from the nucleus will increases. That orbital will have the higher energy. So just if we look at our 1s, 2s and our 3s orbitals, so you can easily see the size also increases as the number of n increases. And in case of our 1s orbital, electron will be, if we see the radii, so electron, if suppose it is here, so distance is small. But in the 2s, the radius will be more. In the 3s, the radius will be all, or it will again increase. And in case of our 4s orbital, the radii will again increase. So as the distance of the electron from the nucleus increases, the energy also increases. So shapes of s orbital, they are spherical and symmetrical shape. So you can take the screenshot, do write the notes, draw the neat diagram. You can see here I have mentioned the node in the orbital 2s. You can see that it in between the 1s, this is the 1s orbital, and this greenish part I have mentioned for the 2s orbital. So in between the 1s and the 2s, there is a spherical shell that is termed as the node. So what is node? Node is the region where the probability of finding an electron is 0. Means जैसे दो रूम्स के बीच में एक दीवार होती है, एक वॉल होती है ना, इधर कोई पर्सन नहीं खड़ा रह सकता. Similarly, the electron cannot be found in this spherical area, and this is termed as node. So for 1s, it is only one room, so there is no wall inside. So we can say that in 1s there is only 0 node. For 2s, the node is in between the 1s and the 2s orbital. As we see, our 3s orbital, the nodes will be in between the 1s and 2s. This I have marked it, lines बनाई हुई हैं पूरा circle में. This is the nodal region where the electron cannot be founded, and one node in between the 2s and the 3s. So we can say that the number of node in the 2s orbital is 1, and in the 3s orbital it will be 1 in between the 1s and 2s and other in between the 2s and the 3s. So the number of node in 1s orbital is 0. In our 1s, in our 2s it is 1 node, and in the 3s it will be 2 nodes. And in our 4s orbital, you can just see that there will be total 3 nodes will be there, and the formula to calculate the number of node is n minus 1. I will explain in a separate video about the nodes. So 1s and 2s there will be one nodal region. In between 2s and 3s there will be the second, and in between the 3s and the 4s there will be the third node. So sometimes they are also asking separately for what are the nodes. So what you can say that node is the intermediate region or the spherical shell where the probability of finding the electron is 0. It is also termed as the nodal surface or the nodal plane, and the formula to find the number of node is n minus 1. So nodes in the s orbitals can be written as, where n is our principal quantum number, and so we can calculate if our for 1s orbital, so the value of n is 1. So whenever we are writing this 1 as, this is always the principal quantum number, this is the azimuthal quantum number. So for 1s, n is equals to 1. So what is the formula to calculate the node? N minus 1. So it will be 0. For 2s, n is equals to 2. And number of node is equals to 2 minus 1, that is 1 only. Similarly in the 3s it is n, and so number of nodes will be 2. For 4s the number of nodes will be 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So the number of nodes in your 1s orbital is 0, 2s is 1, 3s is 2, and the 4s is 3. Let us see the shapes of the p orbitals. The shapes of the p orbital is dumbbell shaped. So you can see that px orbital, py orbital, and the pz orbital. So as we had shown in this orbital, you can see the plus and the minus sign. So students, where the wave function plus indicates that there is the probability of finding that electron in that area is more, and negative sign, the possibilities are negative. So we are just using the our positive and the negative sign in all these lobes. These are the two lobes which makes a dumbbell shaped. So the shape of the p orbitals is dumbbell shaped, and as we talk about the nodes in our s orbital, similarly p orbitals will also have the nodal surface or the nodal planes. So we can say that in our px orbital, when we are saying, it means the probability of finding an electron is there. So in px orbital, electron कहाँ मिलेगा हमको? x lobes में. So for px orbital, we can say that yz is the nodal plane. Similarly, for the py, we can say that our zx is the nodal plane, and for pz orbital, we can say that xy is the nodal plane. So now let us have some points for the p orbitals, because if it is coming in your 5 marks, you have to write in the points wise. So for the p orbitals, L is equals to 1. So put this value in the formula of m, that is 2L plus 1. So it will be, what will be the answer? You will get 3. And we have to put this 3 in the number line. That is, we have to go from minus L to plus L. So it will be minus 1, 0 and plus 1. So for our px orbital, we are assigning the plus 1 value. For py orbital, we are assigning our minus 1 value, and pz it is 0. So the shapes of the p orbitals are dumbbell shape. P orbitals are directional in nature, As the n value increases, the size of p orbitals also increases. This can be easily understood if we are talking about the 2p orbitals and 3p. तो n किस में ज़्यादा है? 3p में. तो the size of the 3p orbital will be bigger. Then p orbitals of the same energy shells have equal energies and are called as the degenerate. So as we all, जब भी हम electronic configuration we are writing ना, so we are writing in this manner ना, px, py, pz. What does this means? That these orbitals are having the same energies, and these same energies are termed as our degenerate orbitals, means they are equal in the energies. And as already discussed that in our p orbitals, these low, there will be one positive sign and opposite will be the minus sign. But in the d orbital, the case will be different. So just you can take the screenshot of the p orbitals and complete your notes. Now we can see the shape of our d orbitals. Students, the shape of d orbitals are our clover leaf shape or double dumbbell. What we have studied from the previous class, either the clover leaf shape or the double dumbbell. There are the 5 d orbitals, that is our dxy, dyz, dzx and dx square minus y square and dz square. And in the shape of our dz square, there is a donut shaped electron cloud in the center of the orbital. So just you can see the shape. These are having the 2 lobes. The वहाँ पर p orbitals में क्या होता है? 2 lobes में signs are opposites, plus and one is minus. But in this case of the d orbitals, they will have the same sign in the opposite lobes, plus plus minus minus plus plus minus minus. Similarly, in our dx square minus y square dz square also they are having the same sign in the opposite lobes. Here they are having the plus plus, and in this electron cloud region, donut shaped ring, there is the negative sign. So from the diagram you can just see that the lobes of these dxy, dyz and dzx are lying in between the axis. If these are our axis, so the lobes are lying in between these axes. So these orbitals are also termed as our non-axial orbitals. And if we say for our dx square minus y square and dz square, their lobes are lying on the axis. You can see the shape we have drawn on the axis. So these are also known as our axial orbitals. So these are our 5 d orbitals. Just we can see what are the main. Let us see the details of the d orbitals. Students, when our L value is 2, we are talking about our d subshells. You can see here in the side, if it is 0 it is S, if it is 1 it is P, if it is 2 it is d subshell, and when it is 3 it is F subshell. So when we are talking about the d orbitals, it means that L is equals to 2. So when we are putting this value in the formula to calculate the magnetic quantum number, that is M, and we calculate the value as 2L plus 1. This is the formula to calculate the number of the orbitals in a particular subshell. So when we will put this value to L plus 1, it will be 2 into 2 plus 1, it is 5 orbitals. So 5 orbitals value we will put on the number line from minus L to plus L. You will have 5 values for the 5d orbitals. What are the name of the 5d orbitals? The values are minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1 and plus 2. And these orbitals are dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square and dz square. I already discussed that these 3 orbitals, their lobes are lying between the axis. So these are termed as non-axial orbitals, and our 2 orbitals whose lobes are lying on the axis, they are termed as our axial orbitals. D orbitals are also directional in nature. All the d orbitals have the 2 nodal planes. So if somebody is asking you how many nodal planes are there in the d orbitals, there are the 2 nodal planes, and means in the 4 there will be 2 nodal planes, but there will be no nodal plane in the dz square orbital. There is the no nodal plane in the dz square orbital, and dz square has a donut shaped electron cloud in the center, and other have the clover leaf shape, that is the double dumbbell shape. These are the m values by the latest convention. For the pz, we are writing m is equals to 0. For px, m is equals to +1, and py, m is equals to -1. For dz square, we are writing m is equals to 0. For dxz, m is equals to +1. For dyz, m is equals to -1. dx square minus y square, m is equals to +2, and dxy, m is equals to -1. Friends, the shape of f orbitals are as follows. There are 7 f orbitals. How we are calculating this? So when L is equals to 3, M will be 2L plus 1. So 2 into 3 plus 1 will give the 7 orbitals, and we will put this value in the number line from -L to +L. So you will have the 7 orientations for the f orbitals. So these are the 7 shapes I have drawn. So what are the I have shown in the picture. So the 7 f orbitals are, first is your f yz square, second is f xz square, third is your f z cube, next is your f x square minus y square, then next is f y x square minus y square, f z x square minus y square, and last one is f x y z. So these are the 7 f orbitals, but as their shapes are very complex and diffused, we are not making them, and so this is all for the your shapes of orbitals. Hope you like this video. Please do write and complete your notes. Share the video with your friends. Do subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.